Who is going to win between Arsenal and Atletico in the Champions League semi-final? Let's get into it. Now, before I get into my predictions, I do want to go over the last match. Obviously, this is in Madrid at Atletico. Let's start with Alvarez. Very, very dangerous player. He played well. Obviously, got the goal, took his penalty well, as did Gyökeres. But he's gone off injured. Will he be injured for our leg? I don't know. I really don't know. Griezmann, Koke, Lookman, Llorente, bit of Simeone. Honestly, all very, very dangerous players, and they all did well. That being said, I do think the penalty controversy, a little bit dodgy. The atmosphere in Madrid, always tough to play. Honestly, a 1-1 Arsenal is very well done. Now, for my predicted lineup, I genuinely think we play the exact same lineup, depending on Odegaard and Havertz, which they both should be fit, but I do think Havertz will come off later. I think Gyökeres' form has been unreal, and in the Champions League, he's always been very good as well. So I think he starts and Havertz comes on later. Odegaard, because he is just coming back, that's the one change. I think Eze comes in and then Odegaard comes off later on. So Havertz and Odegaard start on the bench but come on later. Madueke and Saka, those are the two as well that could overlap. Martinelli probably starts. He's been our Champions League left wing and he's been unreal. And this is the key one, Zubimendi. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about him compared with our other midfielders, and especially after that Miles Lewis-Skelly performance. And honestly, Miles Lewis-Skelly is beyond capable to play this game. But I believe because Zubimendi's he's been in, start of the year, his form was good. He's tailed off a bit, but it's because he's tired. Now he's rested. I do think he comes in and plays, and we always have Miles Lewis-Skelly on the bench. I do hope he gets some minutes at some point and eventually will start for us, but I just think Zubimendi, it's his time with Rice. And the back line, I think, is going to be the exact same. The reasoning, again, Calafiori, phenomenal, but Hincapié's rested, and he's been in unbelievable form as well. Get him in. Ben White, we don't really have any other option right now because Timber's injured. Mosquera can play, but I think Ben White going forward, and especially if Saka plays, adds so much, and Raya isn't even a discussion. Now, I want to talk about our last match, Arsenal versus Fulham. This is at home. This is the atmosphere that we have, and this is the form that we're in. Saka's back, but, he's still resting. He's just coming back from injury. We don't know if he's going to play. That's why I think Eze and Gyökeres play well together. Get them playing, especially with Odegaard and Havertz coming on later. And then Trossard, of course, he was phenomenal, don't get me wrong. But Martinelli in the Champions League has been good. And I always think Trossard off the bench can be a very good option. Same exact back line, except we had Calafiori. That's where Hincapié comes in. Lewis-Skelly. I would love to see him, but I'm also excited to see Zubimendi. So it's going to be a different match. But I want to say, Atletico actually had a game on Saturday as well. So they are going to be tired, but they rotated a lot. Obviously, you can see their whole front five has been rotated. And their back line is mostly rotated. So to be fair, they've got the result 2-0 against Valencia. In an away traveling day, but with a lot of rotation. So I do think they're going to be ready for Arsenal. It's going to be a tough match either way. Now, if we get into my prediction, May 5th, it's at Arsenal in the Champions League against Atletico. I think 3-1. Now, let me break it down. This is the thing. Arsenal at home, the form's been good. We've been rested. Saka's back. Eze and Gyökeres playing well together. Havertz and Odegaard are back. Atletico at their own stadium. Don't get me wrong, they caused issues, but their goal ultimately came from a dodgy handball. And our one, we could have had a second penalty. That being said, Atletico played well, they created chances, and we were honestly lucky to not concede more. So, I think 1-1 away was fair, but I do think that we have the skill, the work effort, and the home advantage to win this. Now, 3-1, they're dangerous. I can see them scoring, but I also see our form. Our chances that we're creating now, and also still our corner threats, our set piece threats, I do just think we get more than one. Either way, I need the boys to go through here. Then we have 5 days rest minimum between each match in the Champions League, in the Premier League, whatever it is. And again, Simeone has very good tactics, 4-4-2, defensively sound, hit us on the counter. But I just think Mikel, obviously defensively very sound as well. And then now we have some midfield creation. We have some forwards creating chances, taking chances. That's the key one. And taking guys on. Saka and Trossard, we've seen that. Hopefully Martinelli can provide. and Saka gets some minutes with Madueke. Quick note on Bayern. They're 5-4 down. I've always predicted Bayern 4-2 home against PSG. I just think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Both teams score, but Bayern at home is just a different beast. That being said, PSG away, don't get me wrong, I could see them winning as well. But me personally, 4-2. Then we have Bayern Arsenal final. We'll have to see. Let me know what you think. I'm interested. Cheers.